Running is life-changing because it's a keystone habit. If you're not familiar with it, the term Keystone Habit was introduced by Charles Duhigg to define a habit that will transform other aspects of your life in ways you can't easily anticipate. In his book, Duhigg talks about a U.S. Army major deployed near Baghdad to deal with riots that were frequently erupting. After analyzing videos, the major found a pattern. Most riots started with people gathering in a plaza. Their numbers will slowly grow. Then some will start chanting angry slogans. Food vendors and spectators will show up. And then someone will throw a rock, and hell will break loose. To remedy that, the major made a simple and odd request: that food vendors be removed from the plaza. What happened next is that people will start gathering. Their numbers will grow throughout the afternoon. Some will start chanting slogans, but as evening approached, the crowd would get hungry, look for food vendors, find none, and then slowly disperse. And by 8 p.m., everyone would be gone. The first time I read this, I couldn't make the connection between food vendors and riots. But eating at dinner time is an established habit for most people. And in Iraq, in that particular location and context, it was part of a chain of events that led to riots. I mention this story because it exemplifies the concept of keystone habits, actions that, when established, trigger a domino effect, leading to outcomes that are not always intuitively connected. Running is a keystone habit because it's one of the most honest and demanding forms of exertion. When you run, you're propelling yourself forward and airborne. There's a moment during which both feet are off the ground. This is the main difference with walking, where one foot is always in contact with the ground. As a result, when you run, you fight gravity at every step, and each time, gravity fights back with all of its might and reminds you that your place is on the ground, with a punishing pounding on your joints, especially your knees. Running is a high-impact activity that can hurt you if you do it in an unhealthy way or if your form is inefficient. But to do it the way I do it, to use running as a tool for meditation and therefore to run relaxed and mindfully, or to run long distances 3 or 4 times a week, most weeks, and rarely get banged up or injured, you need a high level of mental and body conditioning. You need to take a holistic approach and address other aspects of your life. For starters, you need to improve your sleep hygiene, because good quality sleep is absolutely critical to peak performance. Ask elite athletes, and you'll see that most take a meticulous care of their sleep. For me, sleep deprivation is the kryptonite of my running. I can run when my body is sore from a previous workout. I usually try not to do that, but when I do it, I just need to slow down a little, relax my mind and my body, and I usually end up finishing a good run. But when I'm sleep deprived, I struggle to be in the moment. My mind cannot relax. My body cannot relax. It's pure misery. In fact, if I sleep less than 6 hours, I won't run. I'll do something else, like swim. Running is really what made me truly understand the impact of good sleep hygiene. But scientifically speaking, the connection between your sleep, your mental and physical health, and your performance is undisputed. So much that, as a pediatrician, when patients come to my office with symptoms of ADHD, anxiety, depression, or even obesity, if they have poor sleep hygiene as well, I fix their sleeping habits first. If you want to improve your sleep habits, pay attention to what you do during the 4 to 5 hours that precede your bedtime. This leads to the next item to discuss, your eating habits. Because you fight gravity when you run, carrying less body weight makes running more efficient and reduces stress on your joints. So it's safe to say that you should pay attention to what you eat and how often you eat in order to maintain a body weight that's more conducive to healthy running. I won't give any advice on what to eat because I don't think there's one way that works for everybody. But I'll talk about how running changed the way I eat. I've observed that when I eat too much or too heavy or too late the night before a run, two things happen. One, I don't sleep as well as I would normally do, so the quality of my sleep is affected. And two, I wake up in the morning with a stomach that still feels full and my body feels more heavy and groggy than usual. So I end up getting a double whammy of poor sleep and slow digestion. So over the years, I set my dinner time at 7 p.m. so that I can go to bed at 10 with a stomach that's no longer working as much when I'm sleeping. Running has also helped me pay attention to the impact of conflicts and stress, because if sleep deprivation is my number one kryptonite, conflicts and stress are close seconds. When your mind is burdened by negative energy and chatter, it's not just your run that will be affected. Your sleep, your eating, your cognitive abilities, the way you interact with people. In short, every facet of your life will be affected. So over the years, I've learned that I need to curate my peace, to pick and choose my fights, to put no judgment on things I don't need to judge, to ignore whatever I cannot control, manage what I can to the best of my abilities, and accept the outcome. And I try to be thankful for all the blessings life has given me. Now, all of this is easier said than done, but just striving to have that mindset every day is 90% of what you need to do. But I've left for last the biggest reason why running is truly life-changing. And it's because, as the Buddhist proverb says, how you do anything is how you do everything. The discipline with which you prepare for your daily run becomes how you prepare for other things in life. The way you endure running teaches you to endure hard things in life. The humility you have to give running is transferable to life, because running will never fail to give you a beating when you deserve it and when you don't, just like life. Running teaches you that when you relax, the pain of running fades away. Running even becomes pleasant. The same goes to life. When you stop fighting things that are beyond your control and relax and accept them, that's the end of suffering, as Sadhguru will say. Running is life-changing because it's a metaphor for life. And I feel blessed because I was born to run. But I'm not different from you or anybody else, because every human being was born to run. Even those who say they hate running or they can't run. Running is what brought humanity to the 21st century. The life-changing benefits of running have nothing to do with how fast or how far you can run. It's all about consistency. It's about establishing a healthy habit of running. If you've never run before and you just start running 5 minutes, 3 to 4 times a week, every week, before you know, you'll be running 10 minutes, then 15, and by the time you reach 20 minutes, running the Keystone Habit will have transformed other aspects of your life.